Hello, everybody. My name is Mason Russo, and I'm sharing the Know Before You Go Vancouver video for the Student Affairs Committee of the Entomological Society of America for our joint annual meeting, which will be taking place in Vancouver, British Columbia this November. So with this meeting in Vancouver, we want to make sure to be able to register on time. Now, at the recording of this video, the early bird registration rate is no longer available, but you are able to register based off of your variable status, whether you're a regular member, a student member, or a non-member, as you can see here in this image on the side. Now, that is if you are an in-person attendee. There also is virtual content that will be on demand for people who are not able to make this meeting in person. Now, if you are attending in person, let's talk about housing. Now, within the Entomological Society of America, they offer a hotel block within these 8 hotels that are listed, all within a convenient location of the convention center. And in order to reserve these hotels, you should make the reservations through Orchid Events. And this is on a first come, first served basis for these 8 hotels. And they're really affordable in price, ranging from $172 to 237 Canadian dollars. Now, traveling to Canada, the next step is the COVID-19 pandemic is still ongoing, and Canada only allows vaccinated travelers into the country. Now, vaccinated means you've had at least 2 doses of COVID vaccine that's accepted for travel, and they do allow 2 different types of vaccines in a mixture, or 1 dose of the Johnson & Johnson vaccine. Now, these doses must be administered 14 days before you enter Canada. Now, you also must have no signs or symptoms of COVID-19. As you know, you can have COVID if you are vaccinated, and you need to upload proof of your vaccination to ArriveCAN in order to enter the country. Now, ArriveCAN can be found online, and from there, you follow the steps for the mobile app or the website to have this set up prior to you departing to Canada. So now you've arrived in Vancouver. What do you need to know? Well, if you're a US citizen, you don't need a visa to travel for Vancouver if your stay is under 180 days. Now, your standard US cell plan will not work in Canada, and you may want to either use Wi-Fi or call your provider to have a day-by-day phone plan for Canada calling and texting. Now, right now, there is a SkyTrain that connects from the airport all the way to downtown Vancouver, where the convention center is, and this is the easiest route to travel upon arriving in the country. And luckily for us, the dollar is very strong right now, and 1 Canadian dollar equals 1.362 Canadian dollars as of today. So when you arrive there and you're planning your meeting, you can actually look at the full daily schedule prior to leaving for Canada. And you can build up your own schedule for each individual day, click on talks and symposia you want to attend, and make a map of individual room by rooms you want to go to within different symposia if there are multiple talks of interest within similar timeframes. Now, if you aren't attending in person, these talks will be available with on-demand virtual presentations and posters, and these will launch after the meeting on November 28th. So while you're in Vancouver, when we're not in the convention center, there's a lot of options that ESA is offering through scheduled tours to go see the city. The first is there's a sightseeing fun run and walk through the streets of Vancouver, and that will be taking place on Sunday. As you can see, it's an early morning walk, and it costs $35 US. On Monday, there is a Women and Allies in Entomology breakfast taking place in the morning before the meeting, and this costs $31 US for the first 200 tickets that are sold. Now, this also will be complimentary for the first 155 students and early career professional members who arrive to the breakfast event on Monday morning. Now, on Tuesday in the afternoon, there will be a beer tasting event in East Vancouver through ESA. And on Wednesday in the morning, well, basically the whole day, there will be a day trip to Burns Bog that also has wine tasting from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Now, here are some other tour options that attendees can go to that are highly recommended while you're in British Columbia. One of them is the Beatty Biodiversity Museum at the University of British Columbia. Another one is the Vancouver City Tour and Sea to Sky Adventure. And then they say the essential Stanley Park. Stanley Park is close to the convention center. That this is the tour. The tour experience is called that. And then finally, the farm and art experience, which this is the prices for this as well. Now, within other recreational activities, if you're not doing scheduled tours through ESA, you can do some on your own. So as Vancouver has Stanley Park, which is free to walk around, and you can rent a bike near the convention center and bike a full lap around the park. It is really lovely this time of year, and I highly recommend renting a bike and exploring Stanley Park. Now, Vancouver also has art galleries, classical Chinese gardens, science museums with after dark tours, an aquarium, and there's other attractions and day trips at the links provided. Now, where are we going to eat after the meeting? If you're not eating inside the convention center, there's a variety of food all around Vancouver. There's Vietnamese food, there's Japanese, Italian, pub food, halal. There's really a variety of options. Some of the ones highlighted here in this presentation are Ask for Luigi's, the Italian food. For pub food, Lion's Pub is an excellent option. Baghdad Cafe is great halal food. And if you want a quick lunch, Meat and Bread on Cambie Street was highly recommended. And a quick vegetarian lunch can be found at Field and Social. Now, these is only a few of the options. There's many, many options in Vancouver for attendees to enjoy. And finally, social media. We need to advertise that this meeting is taking place and to share that this collaboration of scientists is coming together to make a change in the world. For Twitter, you can follow ESA at ENSOC America and make sure to tag the account in your tweets. And you can join the conversation with other attendees using the hashtag ENSOC22. Now on Facebook, please go like the Entomological Society of America page and make sure to tag Entomological Society of America in your posts and photos. Once again, I'm Mason with the Student Affairs Committee, and well, thanks again for your time, and we'll see you all in Vancouver.